Hello and welcome everyone. Continuing with the how the arguments are passed into a function in C++ in Visual Studio. Today I am going to take the last part, which is pass by reference with reference arguments. Now instead of passing pointers into the function which we saw earlier, you could also pass references into functions to avoid the clumsy syntax of referencing and dereferencing. you know so we'll start with the Visual Studio C++ tutorial, which is open, and I have create a pass by referent arguments test.cpp. This is, and I have copied the hash include and using statements to save time, and I'll just start writing. So here now I'll have to create a function first, and what that function does, I'll come to that in a bit. So void change value. I'll pass double parameters, double, and if you recall, double and width. So this is a passing by, it is a reference or alias to something else, which will come in a bit. Double and length. So this is the function prototype. Now I have defined a function over here, change value, and I'll have to create the stub of this function. So if you see on Visual Studio 2017, you have got a potential fixes for function definition for change value not found. What is this? Create definition of change value. So I'll just click on this and it will automatically create the stub of this function, which you can now write. Okay, that's fine. So I'll declare a double variable width, assign it any arbitrary value of say 20.09. Another double length, assign another value, could assign any value for testing. Okay, now here is the catch. Double and I have now going to declare an alias w, which stands for the alias for the variable width. So assigning this to width, if you recall from your last lecture where I have actually talked about passing what is a reference or alias to an object. So here I have created two aliases of double type, w, and it actually is the alias for the width variable, and this L is the alias for the length variable, and both are of the same type. It has to be of the same type. And alias are nothing but they point to the memory location. They are pointers to this variable's memory address. So again, a printout statement cout greater than say address of width so what is the address of width? Address of operator and preceding the variable, and width is the address of the width variable or memory location of the width variable, followed by an endl statement. And similarly another cout I'll just copy to save time. And this time address of length and length. Yep, guessed correctly. and then I'll just copy these two statements and paste on the next two lines, and then modify address of now W, because W is an alias. So and W and address of L and L end line. Now the last cout statement will be that in main length is, just to see what the length is, just to verify output on the screen. Length and a statement to see the width, the value of the width. Width is one space, say. So width, yeah, and then end line. So now what we do next is to call this change value method and pass it these two aliases instead of the actual variable. Aliases W and L. Alright, and after the function stops evaluating and returns the control to the calling main, we'll write this statement to herald that you're back in the main method. Back in main, length is so just print out the length, the data in the length variable, and the width is, and width is say colon and the width is width, and then inline. Run this application, control F5, enter. So we see the address of the width variable is this, address of the length variable is this, address of W is pointing to the address of the width because it is an alias, and address of the L is the same as the address of length. So now in main the length is 30.55 and the width is 20.09. Back in the main, length is still the same. So it proves that passing by reference doesn't change the value. It's just like pointer, but it's a neater and cleaner way of doing it. That's all. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, please comments and put your comment and likes, and just don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.